Hello everyone. My name is Veronica, and today I'm gonna talk about something personal because I got a question, I got a request, and I decided to share of my list. What are my rules for the relationship? Because maybe you don't know yet, but I'm gonna tell you that with age and with experience, you understand that you will not have something that you don't ask for. So before you're going to meet some people out there, you have to have your list what you want to meet and what you don't want to get, like you will avoid and you will say to things that don't go with your list. So I decided to make a list of something that I go for personally when I meet people. So let's hear. Uh, and yeah, this is a mix of my experience. So maybe some things will not go with you, but my first one stays here. Like, I expect from a man have a discipline, yeah, and he cannot be late. Maybe it shouldn't be the first one on this list, but it is because that was something that came up first in my in my mind. So I personally think if some guy make a date, right, and then he show up late, I think this is not just a bad like manners. This is also really bad time management, and especially he's trying to impress you. And so if he is late on the first date or something, this is a very bad sign. I think being late is for girls because we basically need more time to get ready at first. Then we girls, we can be a little bit better at planning, and I think that this might look silly, this might look like playful or something, that if you're not late more than 30 minutes, even 15, because it's really bad tone if you are late more than like 15 minutes. Yeah, but if it's around this time, I think it's fine. And I think men should arrive for the dates earlier, than he said the time should be, because if you're not late, he still should be there first, because yeah, this is personally for me. And it's not only for dates, after when you make when if you have a relationship and you make any type of appointments, you have some deals, if he is late, to me he has bad discipline, time management, which is very important for me when I look at the man. Okay, so yeah, and I also think this video might be shortened than my usual ones because it's actually very you know personal. It's not for everyone, it's just something I like to see from a man. Okay, so the second one, it's okay. The first one was like very like maybe not for everyone, but okay, let's go to big ones because this is important for any relationship. Okay, so you obviously should share same values, and this one came from my therapist because she just told me that this is how relationship can build and cannot if they don't go together. Okay, for example, your values, some things in relationship can be very fixable, like if you don't like the same movie style, it's okay. Even if you have some troubles in intimacy, that all can be solved. But if you have different values, that cannot go any further. Just save your time. It cannot. Like, you cannot change someone's, idea for life. That's true. And yeah, the example of this, for example, if you sure you want kids in your life and he is sure he don't, you cannot change his mind. And other way around, if he wants kids and you don't want, and you don't want it, even if he is rich, even he is a great boyfriend, you cannot go together any further if you have differences at this point, because this is a value of family and they don't go together. Okay, same about if he is like, I personally don't date any um addictive people, no, no alcohol, okay? Because for me, it's a lifestyle and life choice that every person do. Because I personally don't drink at all. I don't feel like this is something necessary in your life. So when I was on dates with some people that were drinking like every day, maybe one cocktail or one glass of anything, I just couldn't understand that. And I cannot relate to it because if I get one glass of something, I get drunk. Okay? And I go party. And it's just not for me, and I don't feel well next days. It's just not for me. And this is the kind of values, that you have to share with someone. You cannot, date someone who is addictive and thinking that you can change them. Even if you do, they will not appreciate it anyway. So it's just something you have to understand. You have to have some values about future, about family, and about lifestyle, kind of. Okay. So yeah, this is the heavy number one. And discipline is okay. It's like okay. So next one, for me, my man should fix my problems. Okay, because I am a big girl and I have been living on this life, by myself, and I have been doing crazy things and fixing them by myself. So I can watch out for myself. But if I have a man, I don't want to watch out for myself anymore, not even I don't want to watch out for him. He should think about my problem, because if I can do everything by myself, why would I need a man? For what reason I should think about my own problem solving if I have someone who, in my opinion, is responsible for this now? If this man want to call him a man next to me, he should fix my problems. And it's about probably anything, because I expect my man to be smart and experienced. Or if he is not experienced at some point, he should know how to solve it, because this is what men likes to do. They like challenging. They like um feeling themselves as a hero. So if this is what they want to have anyway, I'm just gonna help him. There are my problems, solve them, and I can call you something after that, but not before. Or this is, yeah. And yeah, also next one is going to, like, right after the one I just said. I think this guy, not I think, I am sure, when I see this guy, like potentially my future boyfriend, I have to see the ability to level up my life. So I have to see him as an alpha, at some point. So he has to have more money, for example. I mean, not for example, he has to have more money than me. He has to have better house, better car, better job, better everything, where I look at him and I'm like, okay, this man have the ability upgrade my life, at every point, or at least at some point. Okay, he can give me better job, or he can just uh took me off any work, and give me money to not work. He can take me to better country, he can take me to better area, he can just put me in a better condition of my life. So I have to see that this guy can provide a better level of my life, because again, if I can survive at the same level as I am right now without you, I don't need you. Okay, I already do this life by myself. Why do I need you? I only need a man if you can give me more and make my life better. Okay, next. So yeah, next one is also very important for everyone in any relationship: the boundaries. Okay, he has to respect my boundaries. Some girls, they let their man, they just started a relationship, they didn't put any boundaries in between, right? And this boyfriend start to call them, sometimes they didn't discuss. So to me, it's like, before, maybe when I was little, I was thinking like, okay, he just thinks about me randomly. He just wants to give me a call. This is nice. This is good. But now, if you don't kind of schedule that with me, I mean, like, a quick message, like, you have time to talk now, are you comfortable to FaceTime right now, this is a respect of my boundaries. And yeah, before I didn't know that, but now I do, and I let you know if you also didn't have this idea that this is a type of um, respect in the relationship. I think a man should think of a woman like, she is not a belonging to you. She has her life, she has her things, whatever. If she doesn't work, it doesn't mean that she's doing nothing, okay? So if a man even took me off any work and I don't work anymore and I stay home, it doesn't mean that I'm doing nothing. So I want him to respect me and respect all of my boundaries, with anything. If I have any idea later what boundaries I mean by that, okay, I will tell you. But now I'm just like giving a common sense that the boundaries is very important. This man have to respect you and your boundaries no matter, what's going on between you. You work, you don't work, you sit with your kids, you just, I don't know, go to Pilates. No matter what you do, he has to respect you and your boundaries. That's kind of obvious, but it's on my list because I don't know. I just thought about it. Okay, so next one is also very important. All of them are very important. Okay, so I'm saying no drama. Okay, when you a couple, you will have some kind of conflicts. Anyway, you'll have arguments, you'll have fights. That's okay, but a man with the drama, someone who yell, someone who will say some dirty things. Oh my gosh, this is something that I've been suffering since I was a kid, because in my family I never heard any, dirty speaking. Like, no, you, no, kiss my ass, nothing, And I mean, it's just not something that I think normal relationships should have. Okay? So, yeah, anything, even shut up, I don't accept. Personally, in my viewing of relationship, you should be lady and a gentleman, and no matter how mad you are, no matter what a person even do of or what you did, no matter how hard it goes, no one can go low and start to yell, start to say any dirty things. You just have to sit and have conversation. If he is mad, like, if you feel that you're a man and you mad, just go out, catch some air, smoke a cigarette, I don't know, maybe even get drunk somewhere, like do something, go, box, but like don't let yourself go so low and yell at your woman. This is, in my opinion, really, I don't know, some people like drama. I know they do, and they need a drama, but it's not me. I don't want to have fights with my man. I want my man fight with me, and that's it. This is how I go in my relationship. And I don't know, even maybe if I didn't make it clear in my previous relationship, when something happened like that, I made this clear that this is not acceptable to me. I don't do this, and I'm just not gonna stay here and hearing any ultimatum like, we just talk about it right now, or I live forever, forget my number, then bye. Because this is toxic, and yeah, this is, again, it goes against my boundaries. If I felt like in a fight that I want to leave, then I want to leave. You cannot keep me by any ultimatum. Okay, so I hope you're understanding, yeah, but it also writing it down because it's a big thing. Yeah. And also, about fights and no drama, you should try him. And the earlier the better, okay? Yeah, so you should try him and see if this man is not a pussy and he's not gonna yell at you, I don't know, throw things in the air, just do anything, okay? You gotta try him early. Yeah, next one is not that heavy as previous ones. Okay, he has to be a gentleman. Okay, it goes with manner, the way how he talked to me, the way how he look. Because you know, if a man don't look for himself, that he is not, I don't know, he's not like, I'm trying to find a way to say that more correctly. Okay, I just don't like when men smell bad. I don't like when they look dirty. I don't like if they have like some type of, they didn't care about how they look, like, like messy hair, or maybe the breath stinks, anything like that. He should take care of himself. Number one, he should watch how he speak. Again, no dirty talk, no anything, stupid, just, you know what I mean. And he should have manners, open doors, chairs, car doors, everything. Okay, he has to be a gentleman. That's it. If you don't know what gentleman is, chat GPT that. Okay. Then next thing, uh also about the boundaries, I just have a thing that keep a distance. This one for me is, I think for every girl, is also super important, because before you get into relationship, no guy can rush you for anything, not even holding hands, so I think it's very important to see that the guy is keeping a distance, because he's waiting for you to give him any sign, that you like him. Yeah, I think it's important, because imagine you going on a date and not even, he cannot ask you for anything crazy more than thank you on the first date. Okay, not even that. Second date, third date, he should show you the interest that he's invested in you, that he is interesting, that he's into you, like plan next dates. But also he should keep a distance pretty far. He cannot, obviously, you should feel that he likes you, obviously, but he should not try to kiss you. He should not ask you like, do you want to go to my place, do you want to do anything after, text you, in the middle of the night, what you up to, you know none of this. This is really a low standard thing. This is not, it's not giving, future husband. That's it. Okay, so he should keep the distance. That's my personal. Okay. And next, I have a family. Okay, like my mom, dad, and my brother. And for me, it's very important that my boyfriend, future husband, future boyfriend, whoever, yeah, like the man I talk to, he put respect on it. Okay, that he wants to, maybe not maybe, he wants to meet my family, he wants to impress them, so he tries to, do something for them, do something for me to help them, so I think it's very important when a man supports and respect my family, because this is shows how he will respect our family. Okay, if we will have one. So yeah, family values also is something that, is very important for me, for example. Okay, so yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm saying with such a serious face. Okay, so yeah, because just this is, it's not a game. Okay, when you think about your future husband, you really have to see these qualities, what's giving a husband material. Okay, so yeah, this is my personal. Family is important, and I am gonna do the same thing for his family. I mean, not like actually investing, but go to family events, celebrate something that is important for him, just like, normal thing. Yeah. And okay, next one is not very, I think, like it should be like, but I think this one is like a preference. Okay, I think you together should have fun. I mean, it's just nice when you can love with someone. It's very nice that you have same kind of sense of humor. It's not something that something that is more important than things I named before, okay? Humor is something that you can fix if it's missing. But it's just nice that you can have fun together. Or if it's not actual laughing, ha ha ha, maybe that can be something that you have fun together. You go to the gym together. You have to have something in common, okay? So I mean, by you have to have fun with this person, it's just have something in common, that makes you feel happy with this person. And yeah, it's just a laugh at something. Or I really like some kind of emotional people, but not like they cry or something. But I like when we go to the movies and my partner be like, oh my gosh, have you seen it? Like really discuss the movie and we talk about it after. We just share emotions. This is what I personally like to see in my boyfriend. Okay? And actually, that's it. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just 10 things. Oh my gosh, yeah. 10 things that I name as a rule for my future boyfriend, rule for my relationships. And yeah, I think this is pretty much common and you can take it for yourself and check with your future dates if you are looking for a good provider and husband material boyfriend. Okay, so I hope you love that. That's it. Bye bye.